Students, welcome back. Now here you can see the layers in the thoracic wall, from skin to the lung. So this is a part which is cut in the thoracic wall, and we have taken this out, and now we are going to see the layers. So this is the outermost layer, this is the skin, and below the skin you'll have the superficial fascia, this one, superficial fascia, and below the superficial fascia you will have the deep fascia here. This one is the deep fascia. Okay, and next comes the extrinsic muscles. So normally the extrinsic muscles include number of muscles, so which includes the anterior aspect of the thoracic wall, lateral wall, as well as the posterior aspect of the thoracic wall. But anteriorly, those muscles are present on the anterior aspect, or mainly comes this one is the external intercostal and internal intercostal muscles. Most probably the lateral side muscles, that is the serratus anterior, and some of the muscles related to the upper limb, that is the pectoralis major muscle, and also on the posterior aspect you can see the trapezius muscle and the muscles attached to the vertebral column, that is levator scapulae, rhomboides major, minor, serratus and posterior superior, serratus posterior inferior, latissimus dorsi, all will come under this layer, that is the extrinsic muscle layer. So around the thoracic wall, from anterior to the posterior, anterior mainly you'll have this wall proper. Over that you can see the pectoral region muscles, that is the pectoralis major, minor, and also subclavius, which are all related. Those muscles comes under the extrinsic muscles. And also muscles of the abdomen also related. The muscles are rectus abdominis and external oblique muscles. We are still in the extrinsic muscle layer only. Still we are in extrinsic muscles. So, and also on the back side, muscles of the back, that is the erector spinae. So erector spinae is somewhat deep muscle. So the outermost layer muscles, we know that the trapezius, rhomboides major, minor, and below this trapezius and rhomboides minor, major, latissimus dorsi, you'll have the erector spinae. That means this erector spinae is very much close to the thoracic cage on the posterior aspect. So all these are extrinsic muscles. Okay, after that, next comes the thoracic wall proper. In that you'll have the ribs. These are the ribs. In between these two ribs you'll have some spaces called as intercostal space. This intercostal space are filled with intercostal muscles, and also contains intercostal nerves, vessels, and the lymphatics. Now you can see here, so the outermost layer, so now this becomes the thoracic wall proper up to here only. So in between the ribs, so that is the intercostal space. What are the things present in the intercostal space? One is the external intercostal muscle, and next to the external intercostal muscle you will have the internal intercostal muscle. After that internal intercostal muscle, then comes the vessels. So these vessels are arranged in a manner from above downwards. First one is the vein, and then artery, and then the nerve. Vein, V-A-N, vein, artery, and nerve. That too, it is present on the upper part, that is the superior aspect of the internal intercostal space. and some of the collateral branches are present on the lower aspect. So first one is the external intercostal, internal intercostal, and then the vessels and nerves. After that, the last deep intercostal muscle, that is the transverse thoracic muscle. The transverse thoracic muscle consists of again three. That one is subcostalis, intercostalis intima, and sternocostalis. So this one is the transverse thoracic. So after that, this is the thoracic wall proper. After thoracic wall proper, you'll have the endothoracic fascia. After that, another fascia is present, which is present inside the thorax, so it is called as endothoracic fascia. And in after the endothoracic fascia, you'll have the pleurae. So this pink color one is the lung. So the main function of this thoracic wall is to protect lung and heart, isn't it? So after endothoracic fascia, next layer comes the pleurae. We know that the pleurae is of having two layers. One is the parietal pleura and visceral pleura. This parietal pleura is the outer layer, whereas the visceral pleura is the inner layer. The visceral pleura covers the visceral organ, that is the lung. So lung is covered by the visceral pleura, and then a gap is present. After that, parietal pleura is present. So a space is present in between two layers. One is the visceral layer and the parietal layer. So which is covering the lung, it is called as pleura. A space present in between these two layers are called as pleural cavity, which is filled with some fluid. Okay. So after that, you'll have the lung. So this is the layers in the thoracic wall. The first layer is skin, superficial fascia, deep fascia, and then the extrinsic muscles, and then the thoracic wall proper. In the thoracic wall proper, we'll have the ribs and the intercostal space. These intercostal space are filled with intercostal musculature and contain intercostal vessels and nerves. After that, the muscles are external intercostal, internal intercostal, and then the veins, artery and nerve. So this is the order of arrangement: vein, artery and nerve from above downwards. After that, another layer of muscle, that is the thoracic, a transverse thoracic muscle. So this is called as thoracic wall proper. After that, inner side of this thorax, you will have again another fascia called as endothoracic fascia, and after that you will have the pleura. Pleura consists of two layers. One is the outer parietal layer and inner visceral layer. That inner visceral layer is covering the lung, and the space present in between these two pleurae are called as pleural cavity. So these are the layers present in the thoracic wall. So in the next video, we are very much worried about this thoracic wall proper, and in that we are going to see the intercostal muscles in the next session. Thank you.